What else do you have?
We have also, which basketball program improved most?
Ooh.
Kentucky or Arkansas? We'll save that.
Yes. I like that one. A little spicy.
Yeah.
John Calipari going to Arkansas.
Yeah. That's a fun story.
Mark Pope going to Kentucky, coming back home. It's amazing. They sold out Rupp Arena for a press conference. There's no other place in college basketball. I mean, that's like SEC football, but it's SEC basketball. Mark Pope going there, and it felt like Arkansas won and Kentucky won. It was a win-win for both. And it felt like Coach Cal was going to jump before he was pushed, and you were able to bring in a former Kentucky player, and Coach Cal going to Arkansas. I like that he said, I went in to meet my team, and there's no team. I said, okay, good luck, Coach.
Dude is always great for a soundbite.
He is.
There's always something coming that you're like,
well, that's
what team.
That's what he had at Kentucky because they'd all leave and go to the pros, so he's used to that feeling.
Yeah, it's the roster turning over every year.
Yeah, it's just wild though. USC gets Eric Musselman. Andy Enfield goes to SMU. I mean, it's just kind of crazy connecting the dots there. And Coach Cal had a really good friend who has a lot of money in the Arkansas community and probably said, you know what, let me reach out to Cal and see if he's interested. And lo and behold, he was. And going to make a good salary there. And I think it was best for both that it was time for him to leave Kentucky. And you bring in Mark Pope and felt like the fan base is excited. They're going to raise money for NIL, and they'll be ready to go. I'd be interested in the transfer portal. I'd love to see what Kentucky does in the transfer portal because that's what we had been saying. Hey, you're great at one and dones, and they've made a lot of money, but you have underachieved more than any other coach has. With all the talent, you got one championship there. And look, I love Cal, but there's no excuses for that. With all that talent, you got one title. And it's been a one-and-done type philosophy here for quite some time. Other schools have adopted that same philosophy. But at some point, Coach Cal had to realize, hey, I got to be a better coach. I got to be a better recruiter to get older players, seasoned players, veteran players, because that's who we're losing to. If you got to take your Kentucky players for 4 years or 3 years, okay, that's completely different. But this is one and done. You're there 6-7 months, and we've seen that happen where you get bounced early. Yes, Eaton.
Do you think he changes that philosophy?
Yes.
In Arkansas?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if Arkansas
he might have to.
Is going to get the same players that Kentucky gets just based on the name. I know it's him, too, as the coach, but I wonder if he has to change. You get one or two one-and-dones and then fill out an actual team around them.
Yes. I think that would be the approach that I would have.
UConn has showed the model on how to do this.
Yeah. But I think that's what I would try to do. There's the blueprint there. Now, not everybody can follow with what UConn did. I mean, Danny Hurley did a wonderful job, but there were some years there where he's, 18 and 14. Then all of a sudden there's some magic here. I don't know how many teams, how many schools will go, that's what we're trying to do. All I know is every tournament, what happens? Somebody who's got like a junior season, senior-laden tournament, they end up winning. They knock people off. It's rare when you have a Fab Five, breezing through the tournament. It's just that kind of pressure. I don't care who you are and where you play and what conference you played in. We've seen that happen. All it takes is somebody who understands what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and, a great coach as well. Every tournament, we have one of those teams, two of those teams, three of those teams where we go, how did they do it? And most of the time, it comes down to what? They had some experience. Yes, Marv.
At Arkansas, do you think the fan base will be satisfied with a Final Four appearance, or does it have to be a national title while Cal is there?
Well, they've won national titles before, but would I expect that? I would hope for that. I think that's the difference. Kentucky, you expect it. Arkansas, you hope for that. And hopefully that doesn't change, because then it'll be pretty tough on Calipari to go, hey, I couldn't win a title there, but they want me to win a title here. I just think the more he talks about developing players, going to the NBA, Like, as if, if I'm a fan of Kentucky, I'd be turned off by that. Great. Those guys are making a ton of money. We want to win championships. That's what we want. That's what you're paid for. But, Cal would say, I'm here to develop these players to get them into the NBA. Well, that philosophy got a lot of players a lot of money and got Kentucky one banner. Arkansas's philosophy, probably a lot different, but then their expectation level should be a little less than Kentucky's. I mean, Mark Pope walks in. It's not like they go, hey, why don't you just put up the numbers you did at BYU? Like, nope. I mean, you sold out Rupp Arena for a press conference. Do you think they're going, man, this is just a good, feel-good story, and we're just happy to have you back and hope we get past the second round of the tournament? No. They want you to win. They expect you to win. It's not hope you win.